Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 33 of Europa Universalis IV as France. Well, we had an interesting couple of episodes. We went to war against Savoy because I had a quest to integrate Savoy into my realm and wipe them off the map, which we did. They only had 3 provinces, so I figured that was going to be fairly easy. As expected, it brought their ally Austria into the war. But I didn't mind that because I had my ally, the massive Commonwealth over here, beating on Austria from the east side. Now, that worked fine until about halfway through the war when I got a very unexpected royal, not royal marriage, but personal union with Brabant. And of course, that triggered a succession war in which my ally against Austria, the Commonwealth, became my enemy and started fighting me. Well, we managed to win both of those wars somehow. I'm not sure how. I only have a little bit of aggressive expansion against Austria. I thought I'd have a lot more in taking Savoy, but the aggressive expansion with Austria is only 39. I also thought mid-war I saw that Castile entered into a coalition against me, but apparently they didn't. It must have been someone else. And they only have a -16 opinion of me. So all in all, I don't think things are going too bad. I'm going to unpause the game and let things tick on. Now, the big problem that we have at the moment is we don't have a army at all. The Antilles treasure fleet has arrived. Oh, what's we have treasure fleets? It bought 0 gold of rich gold and silver mines of the Antilles. Oh, okay, so these are the actual treasure fleets now coming in from the colonial nations. This is something that this is new to me because this is added in El Dorado. It used to be that when you got trade coming in from your overseas colonies or from the New World, it literally just worked like normal trade does. It got pushed upstream into Western Europe. But now you have these treasure fleets that can be pillaged by privateers. I think it's just a mechanic that's designed to make privateering a little bit more useful. Things will improve as time goes on. Now, a couple of things that we are going to need to try and do. One of the first things we want to try and do, if we can, is annex the vassal of Brittany. Been waiting to do that for a little while. That'll actually give us quite a bit more naval power. The other issue we've got at the moment is we don't have a very big army, and that's mainly because we have no manpower at all. Yeah, we're not getting any money coming in from these treasure fleets. I'm not too sure how the treasure fleets work. Maybe we'll have to have a look at that and see if we can figure it out. But, however, we have a free merchant as well, which I need to sort out. Let's go ahead and do that. We have our trade fleet. That is fine. What are we like on our naval limit? We're actually significantly below our naval limit. Now, I don't want to spend all of my naval limit getting light ships for trade, as brilliant as trade is. I do actually want to make sure that we have some heavies. At some point, we're probably going to end up going to war with England, and having some heavies would be fantastic. I think it's probably not a bad idea at this point, though, to get another 9 light ships, because that would give me a full fleet of 50, so that seems perfectly fine. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we'll grab the other 2 on the other coast, and that should sort all of that out. That's fine. Merchant, that was the other thing. Let's go ahead and have a look at the trade map mode. So our home node is, our main trading port is in the Champagne trading node where we collect from automatically. We have 1 merchant over here collecting trade in Bordeaux. We have another merchant somewhere over here collecting trade in the English Channel. So maybe we want to push some trade down into our home node. Now, where would be the best place to do that from? Quite possibly down here in the Genoa trade node, actually. Let's go to Genoa, and you're going to transfer trade power, and you're the free guy. Now, you're going to get there in 7 days. We'll just allow him to arrive. Should automatically go into this one, because it is fairly smart, yep. So it's automatically pushing trade forward. We don't have a massive amount of trade power here, but maybe it will help out a little bit. We have quite a decent income as France, it does have to be said. Yeah, we're still not getting anything from these treasure fleets. Now, there's a couple of things that I do want to check. First of all, forced marching. we can actually have forced march now. That's brilliant. Forced march, in order to get forced march, you used to have a certain tech. You used to only be able to get forced march if you had the offensive ideas. Yeah, army recovery speed. Yeah, it's no longer there. Forced march used to be something that you got at the end of offensive ideas. They've changed it now in El Dorado, and you actually get forced march when you reach administrative tech 9. Now, if you don't know what forced march is, it is basically a status on an army that you can toggle on and off. And basically what happens is, as your army moves from province to province, it costs them 2 military power for every province that they move, but they move at 150% speed. Now, I'm not too sure whether I like the fact that it's now moved over onto the administrative tech. I guess it's a little bit fairer because it means that everybody is going to have their sort of forced march ability, because not everyone used to get it, especially if you didn't go for offensive ideas. And I'm just going to go and try and improve relations with the Commonwealth. The last time I played a game as France, the Commonwealth ended up being the lesser partner in a personal union with Austria, and that was quite nasty. I hope that doesn't happen again. But yeah, now everyone seems to get forced march at roughly the same time, which I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but we will see. So we've got two options here. We can gain 10 prestige while we're almost prestige capped, or we can gain an extra 1% missionary strength and some papal influence. I think we should take that. We do actually have some provinces, I think, that aren't of our religion, although we still don't have enough missionary strength in order to be able to flip them over, and a lot of it is because of the religious migration. So we'll have to wait a little bit. There's some religious zeal in a couple of them as well. But we will wait. We will be able to get there eventually. We do have another free diplomat. Who should we be sucking up to? Who likes us? Let's have a look at our vassals. I haven't done that for a while. Who do we have that we need to possibly get on side there? So we have really only Brittany, Flanders, and Switzerland. We were sucking up to Switzerland at one point. They only have a couple of provinces, which is not great. Flanders, you are down to 2 provinces now. You are the wrong religion. Would you at any point even consider being annexed? Oh, they are already our vassals, so we could do that. Let's go and improve relations with Flanders then. I remember now, because we were trying to build this little sort of wall around these couple of provinces that Austria currently own. It would be nice if we could get some better relations over there with Hainaut, but we'll have to see how that goes. We're now going to be producing some grain in Quinnipiac. We do have a free colonist, which I hadn't set up. I think it was maybe because I was a little bit short of cash. Let's just go and quickly pause and have a look over here and see where we can colonize. So, where are we colonizing currently? We're not colonizing here anymore. This is a... Oh, were we just picking this guy up? I think the plan was to pick this guy up, if I recall. I can't move into this province here because I don't have a explorer on the ship. And I don't have a conquistador on my little dude over there. So let's go and put those on the ship. Now, where were we going to move you down to? I think we were moving you down to Connecticut, because Connecticut had the tax base of 4. That seems like the right thing to do, because we were trying to colonize as much of the East Coast USA as possible. And we've got a couple of places down here that we are working on. I think, in fact, that's the only other colony. So one of our colonies is there. The other one of our colonies is... Go away. The other one of our colonies is there. Fantastic. So we have a play. We can either lose 85 ducats, or we can gain plus 25 local autonomy in Nevers and minus 10% goods produced. I'll just lose the money. It's a very small amount of what I have. Now, one thing that I really should be doing, and I haven't concentrated on that, let's just have a quick look at what my military tech level is. We're currently at military tech level 12. Austria is 12, so we are on the curve. So we're going to use some of our military power and some of our money. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to build armories where we can, and if we can't build armories, we're going to build training fields. The reason we need to do this is because we have no manpower. It's been several months since the war, and we're still trying to reinforce the men that we lost during the war. Now, manpower recovery speed is based on a percentage of your total manpower. So the more manpower or the higher your manpower cap, the more quickly your manpower will increase. So currently, our maximum manpower is 115k, and we're gaining 1,011 each month. So what we need to do is up our manpower. I might actually turn these notifications off. Display it in the log, but there we go. Don't need the pop-up for that. Not getting any money from them, so there's no point. Let's get all of our ships together in Normandy, because they have all finished building. Or at least most of them have finished building. So just remember that number on the manpower. It's 1,011. We are getting some attrition. Oh, it's the guy that's still at sea, because I've forgotten about him. You need to get off and get onto there. And we're going to go ahead and send our colonist. Fleets are arriving in Normandy. So what have we got here? +1 national unrest, but a -0.05 monthly autonomy change. That will go on for 10 years. And we'd also get 20 noble regiments pop up in Vermandois. Or we can remove a cardinal. So we could lose a cardinal for +1 national unrest. What is our national unrest looking like at the moment? It's actually quite high. Most of that's because of the overextension, which we should be working on. Yeah, we are coring all of the provinces. And where else is that coming from? War exhaustion as well. Which we can't even afford to reduce, so we will have to wait a little bit. So, do we really want all this? I don't really want the regiments. The monthly autonomy change would be nice, but I can't really be doing with the extra national unrest. Nor do I want the noble regiments to rise up, because they're quite difficult to beat. And we don't have much of an army at the moment, which will just make life very, very difficult for us. We are going to have to go ahead and just split these armies up at some point, just to make sure that we don't get any attrition. I'll wait until everything is fully reinforced, and we'll try and decide what our army composition is going to be, and sort of tidy everything up at that point. Let's go ahead and group these ships together. They're still being sort of fixed up. I still think we are short of a ship. Yep, there's one there. So that will give us the full 9, and then we can add them to our existing trade fleet. England, or Great Britain, finally picking up that troop that is stranded on the shores of Calais. Now, where is my trade fleet going again? It is protecting our trade's interest in Lubeck. Okay, fair enough. Seems to be doing me quite well. What are we doing on trade, actually? Let's go and have a look. 1660. That's not terrible. Right, we've got a potential rebel uprising here. The Savoy Nationalists, Independence for Savoy. Which is hardly surprising. What I might go and do is drop some troops on the Savoy provinces. Because that will reduce their chance of spawning, but not completely remove it. We can build some improvements. Let's go ahead and continue with the training fields, making sure that we put them on provinces that would give us the most manpower for our money. So anything that will give us the full 32 additional men. So we're now gaining 1,015 each month, which still isn't a massive amount. But at least we seem to be fully reinforced now. So we are getting to the point where we are actually making some manpower. I don't want to spend all of that extra manpower on building up my army right now, because we are still very short on manpower. Though my army force limit is 51 of 79. It's not too low. We do have quite a few mercenaries, though. We will have to go ahead and get rid of them at some point. But we'll keep them for the time being. Plenty of money, we can easily afford to do that. England, what are you up to? Oh, you're just all black flagged. That's fine. I thought they were attacking somebody over there, but it doesn't really seem that they are. We have some natives going on over here. We can handle that just fine. That won't be a problem at all. So let's go ahead now and just find all these ships. We will group them together. We will go home at war, protect trade in Lubeck. And we'll increase our trade value from 4.03 to 10.41. Well, that should be quite nice if that all works out. Not too sure sometimes if these figures actually are as true as they say that they are, but we'll see what happens. We can go ahead. Can't quite get another training field at the moment because we need 77 ducats, so we will wait a little bit there. This rebel uprising still has a chance of popping in 1.4 years. That's actually quite bad. And Colonial actually has the biggest chance of that happening. We could just go ahead and increase the autonomy in these provinces. I don't like increasing autonomy, but in order to reduce the chance of actually getting the national unrest, I think the reason was as well we don't have anyone in that area. I was thinking Savoy was one of the provinces that I had to get, but never mind. We'll move these people around. It should reduce that quite drastically. Let's go ahead and get a military advisor. We really need to have one because at this point we are still trying to build a lot of military buildings. Plus 10% morale of armies. Force limit modifier we don't really need because we can't really go to our force limit anyway, and we can't really afford the level 3 guy. So I guess it's the morale of armies guy. There we go. That's that sorted. Now we are over our diplomatic relations only by 1. And that's mainly because we got that unexpected personal union with Brabant, but we are working on integrating Brittany, and very soon, hopefully, we'll be working on integrating Flanders. Now, I think you have to be part of a personal union for 50 years before you can soak a personal union into the realm. Or it might be automatic. I can't exactly remember the way it works. We really need to get a royal marriage with Brabant. Yeah, they are in a personal union with us, but we can't do anything with them right now. Need to wait until I've got a diplomat or 2, 3. We're playing on speed 2, actually. Let's just speed things up to 3, because there's not an awful lot going on. I'm just trying to keep my eye on everything, really. I just don't want to be too blind to what's going on here. Venice has declared war on Milan. That is fine. Let's just have a quick look at that. It's now 333.3 years. So it's very, very unlikely that that is going to pop anytime soon. So I think we've probably sorted that out. How are we getting on with our cores? This is one of the other reasons we're getting quite a bit of national unrest here. The coring's going relatively well. Price of slaves is changed by plus 50%. So we gain about 200 ducats and 20 prestige. That's quite nice. Always a nice unexpected bonus. Gained a colonial conquest CB against Pequot. They are primitives. Well, that's fine. We can sort that out. Cotton will now be produced in Lequet. Now then. Yeah, we've still got our 3 colonies going. They are getting there. We are 32% of the way through annexing Brittany. We've got most of our training fields built now. And if we actually have a look, we're now gaining 1,049 men each month. So it's not a huge deal more. It's only about an extra, what, 38 men per month. But it all adds up. And we have quite a bit of money now. French Canada will gain a plus 5% tariff value. Or we have a 33% chance of gaining a random 10 power. No, we'll have the tariff value. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and... Oh, what's happened here? Has our king just died? Yep, our king has just died. That was quite a pain. Right, we've maxed out our relations with the Commonwealth, so we'll recall the diplomat. We have a new king. Not sure if he's better or worse than the old one. We will go in and bump stability up, just because I really don't like being at 0. Although I think I might actually wait until we get to... Yeah, I might actually wait until we get rid of some of the overextension. It will make it a little bit cheaper. We're going to get quite a few royal marriage offers. Those that we don't get offers from, we are going to send offers to. Try and get as many royal marriages going on as we can. We'll get... No, we don't need a royal marriage with these guys because we're already in a personal union with them. Is there anyone else that we are missing? Commonwealth, Brittany, Lorraine... Switzerland, we can't royal marry because they're the wrong government type. Portugal's fine. Brabant, we are in a union with. Flanders, royal marriage. Yep, so we're all done on the royal marriages there. That is good. And that's what I was going to do before our ruler died. We were going to get a few more training fields. So again, looking around for anywhere that would give us 32 men. There's one. There's another. And another. And another. And that's all we can afford. So unless we go for quality ideas, we really want to try and get as many men as possible just to build things up. Save up some money, I might build another stack of troops, then we can consider getting rid of some of the mercenaries. We are making 13 ducats a month, but getting rid of the mercenaries would make a lot more sense. Now, is there anybody else that we could be sucking up to? We're up to 200% with Flanders currently. I'm not too sure how long they have been a vassal at this point. Could we annex you? Apparently we could. Let's go ahead and do that. It might slow down once we manage to integrate Brittany, though, because we will get the penalty for the integration. We will get the diplomatic relations penalty, but we'll see what we can do there. Discoveries becoming spread. So at the moment, I'm just waiting for my troops to reinforce. We might actually have to start taking some nibbles out of Castile at some point. Now the question is, will Austria coalition us once our truce ends? I don't think they will. It's possible that they could, but the aggressive expansion is burning off already. They're already down to -30, which is quite nice. Milan, -40. Milan may well coalition us. That is a possibility, but I'll worry about that if and when it happens. So we've got the Protestant League. Right, we've got a new heir as well, 343. That's not actually too bad. We've got a 10... Any heir, or any ruler that has 10 monarch points or more in total is usually considered to be quite good. So we can gain absent merchant, or we can lose 10 diplo power and 6 ducats. We'll just do that. There was something I was just about to check before that event fired, and now I can't remember what it is. Core construction's almost done. We'll boost stability up when that happens. So, yeah, just waiting. Just a few little things. Waiting to get some money, waiting to rebuild our manpower, waiting to get some colonies going, waiting to integrate Brittany and Flanders. A lot of waiting going on. We're getting lots of colonial CBs, of course, because we're getting people that pop up over there. And it's quite possible that some of them are moving around. Yeah, because what you find with some of these native tribes, for example, is that they can actually... how do I put this? How does it work? They can migrate around. So he's probably just moved into that province. Manhattan. Apparently we already have Manhattan. So that means we can go ahead over here and... I know I said I was saving manpower, but what we're going to do is we're going to recruit a couple of regiments over here, just because we might go ahead and attack some of these little lesser nations. We can do it quite easily, so we should do that. The problem is if they neighbour us, they can westernize, so we don't really want that to happen. Cause, and cause. Thank you very much. Gain 10 admin power. We want to go in and increase our stability. So it now only costs us 92 instead of 122. That is fine. New mission. We can either improve our defences in Cuneo, we can become the papal controller, or remove Aachen from the map. Do we want the Declaration of Indulgence Act? No, not really. I think we'll improve the defences in Cuneo, because that will give us 5 army tradition for building a star fort. So we'll just go ahead and get that started, and that will be a good place to end the video. So let's go in here. Buildings, we would like a star fort, please and thank you. And there we go, we can work our way towards that mission. So things haven't been going too bad. No wars again this time around, but we are slowly rebuilding, ready for the next war. And don't know who that's going to be against yet. But thanks a lot for watching. I hope you are still enjoying Europa Universalis IV. And I'll see you on the next video. So until then, goodbye for now.